Okay, who's not at war? The only one not at war is Shoshone. Hey, Shoshone, can you believe what Poland just did? Kick his ass! Oh, they just finished a war, so they're in a ceasefire. Don't you want to join up with that cool Polish dude? Damn. Dino, she's a bit of a doucher. No? Nope. Alright. We'll leave it be for now. Keep things rolling. How could that guy declare war on you? You're the friendliest. Let's work together. How about a research agreement? Acoustics done. Let's get the Musicians Guild queued up. Bank's a higher priority though, and amphitheater. I can hold off on the music a little bit. Why are people singing the Digimon theme? The chat. You're asking for, or you're offering a lot of money. Actually, no, that's not a lot of money. You're supposed to give me like 200 and something to be worth 30 turns of 6 a turn. No, give me sugar for it. Thank you. I want the happiness so I can grow. We have a lot more iron now. I'm happy with that. Get more farms going. And I really also need to get more caravans. And we're gonna have a bank done in 1 turn in Samoa. We're getting 37 a turn, and now we're getting 41. That's substantial. Scout, just automate. I don't care if you die. If you die, I pay less money for your upkeep. I don't need you anymore. You've met everyone, probably.
Is the following trade of interest to you?
Hi, America. I'd love to be friends with you, as long as you're not Poland. Hey, Taco Man. Yeah, I'm basically just being a backstabbing manipulative bitch. And it's working out really well for me. Let's check the demographics. The only one better than me in a lot of categories, like the main guy ahead of me in most categories is Poland just because he's so big and powerful, but everyone hates his guts. My literacy is #1, so I have the most technologies research, just like I always said I would. I went from 8th place to 1st place in no time flat. Amphitheaters wouldn't be a bad idea. Just finished a market, so our money has gone up even more. Work on a caravan. We really need to get our trade routes internally up and running. Once we have more trade routes up and running, because we need 6 trade routes total to get all of our cities sending food to all of our other cities. And then anything after that, we want external trade routes to make money.
Is the following
Sorry for being late, just tell me what's going on. Okay, well, first of all, America, how about we just forgo the extra money? No? Okay. We're just gonna work our way up. You're good with that? Okay, I'm giving you 3 gold a turn and we do a research agreement. I'm cool with that. We are kicking ass. That's what's going on. The opponent has nothing. They have no idea how much they should be paying attention to me right now. Next, you want secularism, because it's 2 science from every specialist that stacks with all of your bonuses and always equals to a shitload of science. I'm very happy with what I've got. So we're getting a lot more science now. We probably just added another 20 or 30 science a turn doing that. Caravan. Send food to Honolulu. And build another caravan, because you can do it fast. Get another academy. Good, you've already got that tile locked. We just added like another 30 science there. And we have completely run away with the game of science. No one can catch up with us at this point. We're at a point now where any country in the world could declare war on us and probably kick our asses, but no one wants to declare war on us. Much like I talked about in my YouTube, when I did a review on this game on YouTube, it's go on YouTube and search up Civilization 5 The Great Divide. That's the name of my review on this, where I talk about the divide in the player base over the high levels of difficulty in this game, and I talk a lot about this strategy and how broken it is. Is anyone trading with us? Yes. In fact, Ashurbanipal is trading with me quite a bit. I'm cool with that. Also, America is getting conquered. I gotta be careful about Ashurbanipal. I've got to make sure he's always preoccupied with a war with someone else, because he's clearly aggressive. I don't like how many friendships Dito is making. I want her to be looked at as a backstabber. Austria, Shoshone, America. I gotta get her to declare war on one of them. Austria? Ooh. America? Shoshone. She'll do with any of them. I'm gonna say Austria because Austria is the least offensive one. It's the one that the rest of the world would be most aghast at her declaring war on because she's never initiated a war. So how can I convince you to participate in this war? You're not getting happiness stuff out of me. You're asking for a lot, lady. It's gonna be worth it, though. What did you ask for exactly? 33 a turn, Jesus. We're gonna do this. It'll be worth whatever the price ends up being. Alright, 33 is the low she would go. She's gaining 33 gold turn. Her GDP is already incredible. But it's worth it. She's a backstabber now. She has all these friends, and she was just shown to be a backstabber. I'll still trade the luxury goods with you, though. And if we take a look at this, backstabbed Austria. So we've got two backstabbers now. Casimir and Dito both backstabbed people, so the world can't trust them anymore. Carthage was the one most people had research agreements with. And that will make people maybe turn to their second best friend for research agreement, me. Alright, send that trade route over to Honolulu so they can send it out. All the caravans are filled for now. Good. I probably took too long to do that, though. Get a workshop. We need our production going. Workshop for you, too. I've been lagging behind on the workshop too much. Okay, so Casimir actually has a lot of luxury goods he can trade because he's taken over so much land. But I'd rather he declare war on someone, so I'm going to check what the war list is and see who's not at war. I kind of want a huge war between Ashurbanipal and Casimir because they are the two strongest countries in the game. Even though they're already in wars. He'll do it, but he's asking for a lot. Alright, I'll give you open borders. I'll give you 3 iron. I'll give you cocoa. That's a lot. Now, how much money on top do you want? Go by 2s now. How much do I have? 24? He did it! It cost all of my income, though. Which, honestly, I kind of expected. Samoa needs the food the most. They're my science city. Hey, Zandak. Alright, so despite our income of 112 a turn, we're giving it all away. All of it is not going to maintenance. We're giving away for wars. Research agreement complete with Dito. Nice. So we just got a big boost. We can purchase with faith again. Purchase a pagoda. More happiness and culture and faith. Pagodas are the best religious building you can make. Unless you're going culture victory, then you want cathedrals. Absolutely, I'll do another research agreement with you, because I have the highest science rate in the game, so I get the most out of them. By all means, power me up, opponents. So I'm actually going to start Golden Age, because it's going to be a long time before he's able to create a great work, and I'm not going for a culture victory, so I'd rather take the money. And we have more cocoa in the borders. I didn't realize we had that much more cocoa in the borders. Start running over to that. Musicians Guild, is it about time for that? I think it is. Command chat lesbian. Did you ever play AI War after get you? I've just been too busy. I will at some point, but I am just too busy. Like, again, I got so much stuff to finish. Opera House wouldn't hurt. No, I want to cut down on their ability to spy and steal tech from Samoa, since this is our big science city. We're also going to need one in Honolulu and probably Tonga at some point as well. Here we go. And we just finished another amphitheater. So we have more culture going. We have another social policy in 6 turns. We're almost done scientific theory. And then we're going to want to see how many turns we have on electricity. Or, electricity. 12 turns. Okay. Samoa, how long would it take you to do Oxford University? 7 turns? Okay. We want Oxford University done the turn after. I don't remember if it's turn of or turn after, but I don't want it to be turn before, so I'm going to actually just play it safe and give them an extra turn. I need the Oxford University to finish just after electricity, and we're going to use that to guarantee we get the first ideology. It's faster than the Industrial Revolution. It's a very good trick that's pretty much required on high difficulties. And I'll show you guys how it works. We've got another spy. We absolutely need that. Actually, Honolulu's got a low stealing potential, so we're going to throw this in someone else's country. Highest population city in the world outside of my country is Austria. Is Vienna, Austria, so we're going to send our spy over there as a diplomat. Well, they do have a huge floodplain, so I guess it makes sense they'd have a lot of food. So, who's not at war? The only one not at war is, once again, the Shoshone. Well, we can't really convince anyone to go to war with right now. We don't have any bargaining chips, so let's not bother. Start getting public schools is our next science building. We're already getting almost 300 a turn on science, so I'm pretty happy with that. Friendly trade route plundered. I'm not happy with that. Washington plundered a trade route between Ashurbanipal and me, so I'm not getting as much money out of that. It wasn't one of my trade routes that I was in control of. It's one of Ashurbanipal's, but still. Oxford University is next. Put some turns into public school, because it would only take you 6 turns to get Oxford University. Okay, so it's been a while since I really micromanaged the tiles again. So the 1 or 2 little bits of production we get per tile now for doing the production focus is not worth it anymore. So what we're going to do is food focus everything and manually select all of the production tiles that we really want. So right now, we want you to build a public school. And it's going to take you 12 turns. So we're going to manually say, put those where you want. So here's a good rule of thumb. If the AI starts deciding to work unupgraded water tiles, like just regular water tiles, that's how you know you should be putting more into your specialists. Because you're not really getting anything out of that other than a little bit of science for population growth. So you might as well just dump that into specialists. So I'm going to do that, and I'm happy with that. Now we're going to look over at Samoa here. What are they working? I think I'm happy with all of this right now. Not thrilled about this tile. But we're probably going to move that to the public school as soon as we have it built, because that gives us more scientist slots. And over here, we have a lake here, which is basically the equivalent of an unupgraded water tile, so I'm not thrilled about that. We might dump that into the University for Science, and we have another one, dump it into University for Science. All right, we've remanaged things, and we're getting a lot more science per turn. We just added like another 30 science per turn. Yeah, we're Polynesia. It doesn't help us at all towards our victory type. We just picked random map type and a random country type because it really doesn't matter. I'm showing the strength of this strategy. And it's strong enough that it really doesn't matter what I do. So we're going to take humanism next, which is a great second one. We get 25% faster speeds on getting great scientists, which are the most powerful great person overall. So you can see here we get that in 28 turns. We get 1 here in 24. Yeah, and keep in mind that every time you get a great person who's not culture related, the requirement for the next one goes up by 100. So we're not going to get 2 within 4 turns of each other. The requirement's going to go up. I just ended a turn, so the next one we're getting is in 23 turns. We can safely save that for our next great scientist. But the one after that, we don't know quite when that's going to happen, but not too long after. Let's look at our demographics here. We're actually not number one for population anymore because Poland has taken so much land. They are very, very slightly above us. You can see those two numbers. It's incredibly slight. We are number one for literacy by quite a bit. We're surprisingly good on land entirely because our culture push. And we really want some big wars going on at this point. We can see we have a lot of wars happening right now. The only one not at war right now is Shoshone, but they denounced Poland, so I might be able to convince them to go to war with Poland. Or the other way around. Now, Poland's in a few wars here, isn't he? He's in 2 wars, so he might not want to start a third, but we'll try. He did get denounced. He's not willing to. Okay. And I'm going to pretty much ignore it from here. Just let them do their thing for a few more turns. We don't need to pay too close attention. They're at war, which means they're focusing on military tech while I'm focusing on my economy. New research agreement has been signed between America and Austria, and between Carthage and the Shoshone. I don't like them doing those research agreements with each other. I want them doing it with me, which is why I want them to all hate each other. So we just got another cocoa. Everyone's going to ask for it this turn. I'm going to just tell them to all fuck off so I can reevaluate things. We just got 2 extra cocoa this turn. So once again, World Congress convenes in 1 turn. We are the leader of World Congress right now, but we're not going to be for long, just because we aren't allied with any city-states, so we don't have many delegates. And I've actually realized I'm an idiot and fell behind on Oxford. I should have switched to Oxford earlier, because I want Oxford University to be done the turn after electricity, so we're going to lose some turns on this, but it's not a huge deal. It's not as optimized as I'd like it. But no one's going to beat us to any ideology. I can say that with 100% confidence. So they want to ban spices. I don't think we're getting any happiness through spices, are we? We are not, so I don't care what happens with spices. I'm just going to go vote for natural heritage sites. No one's going to vote against it. It'll go through no matter what, but I might as well put my votes there. No one ever votes against that one. So, wow. Who voted nay? Holy shit, everyone else voted nay for natural heritage sites. When the hell does that ever happen? Okay, ban spice happened. It doesn't affect me at all, so I don't care. I could ask for a repeal on banned spices, but once again, I don't care. So I'm not going to do that. Standing army tax is nice. It'll make Carthage angry, but it increases gold maintenance cost for armies, and it makes everyone downsize their army, and I basically have no army, so I don't care. Makes things safer for me, if anything. Science funding, I love, but it makes a lot of people angry. Most civs in the game get angry about science funding. World religion, I could go with the one I have, but it would make every other religion unhappy. Really, I'm just going to do World Fair because it's a really safe one to make people happy with. And if I lose the World Fair, I don't really care. So we've got a lot of public schools being built. We have electricity done. And here's the trick. When you finish Oxford University, you get a free technology. Once you get electricity, the next tech goes into the modern era. But radio tends to take a long time. I have extraordinarily high science, so it doesn't for me. But normally radio takes a long time, so you don't bother with it. You can use your free tech with the Oxford University, get radio immediately. Not only is it a good technology for culture, it's a great one for culture, but it also immediately forces you into modern era. Now, to get an ideology, you either need to get industrialization and get 3 factories, which requires you have coal, and you don't know if you do until you get there, or you just get to the modern era. Well, if you slingshot modern era immediately and get it really fast, that's way faster than anything else you could do. I could perform a concert, but I don't really care to, so I'm just going to have him sit around until we can get a place for him to play. We'll queue that up next. An opera house. We also want stock market soon, because that's the next upgrade from market and bank. So that's even more money, and I like bribing people to go to war. So we really want the money. It's how we convince people to kill each other for us. And we're just now getting gunpowder. I gotta recheck the wars again. And again, to show how powerful this strategy is, look at the year. 1555 AD, and we have electricity. Alright, what are the wars? Everyone's at war but Carthage once again. Carthage, will you declare war on anyone? I doubt you will. Because you're scared right now, you're boxed in by Poland. then I'm gonna have to get someone to declare war on you. And Poland is Ashurbanipal and Poland are both the most likely people to do it. You know what? I don't need that war to happen. I'm gonna let it sit. I don't think I need to do anything about it right now. Let's just keep building up our economy. You'll vote yes for you were gonna vote yes for World Fair anyway. Fuck off. Really? No, give us sugar. Don't fuck me out of my happiness resources. I need the growth in my cities. We have gunpowder, probably later than everyone else. Everyone else probably beelined gunpowder because they're in all these wars. I don't even know what the hell the chat's talking about. Something about Smite, which is a video game I don't play. Life-giving water, nectar of the gods! Delicious. We're actually losing quite a bit of money per turn. We're gonna have to take care of that. Oxford University, free radio. Modern era! You can see everything modernized. We have, like, modern roads. Maybe next turn we'll have them. Got another spy. We'll defend Honolulu, considering it actually has a good chance of being spied on now. And I really want to start working through my culture buildings now to get broadcast towers, because they're a very powerful culture building, and I want to start really eating up the ideologies. So next turn, we're going to get our pick of ideology. Now, if you're the first person to pick an ideology, you get 2 free ideologies, which is very powerful. There you go, our city's just modernized. They're all orange looking, because we are Polynesian Empire, as they call it in this game. Research agreement complete. Nice. We're going to go freedom, because it is the best one for playing entirely peaceful. So what we want first is avant-garde, where we get great people 25% faster. That's going to be great for the great scientists. And the next one is civil society. Specialists consume only half the normal amount of food, which means growth in our cities, which is what we always aim for, to have a ridiculous population. We're a 10.5 million population country, which is pretty great for 1575 AD. We're going to vote ourselves, but it doesn't matter because other people, like Dito's got 9 votes, and we got 3, so we're not getting it. So it doesn't really matter. And we can't vote for anyone else to make them the swing vote, or else I would. If I could swing vote someone, I would, because that would make them happy with us. Okay, chemistry is done, which means our mines are all worth extra production, which is pretty nice. I actually want to manually get some extra production going there. And you don't have many tiles you can work, actually, because I really need to upgrade more. So for now, just do your thing. You are working unupgraded water tiles again. Shame on you. I'd rather you have the production. Carthage is not happy with us, which is, or not Carthage. Carthage is fine. Oh, the 2 military powerhouses of the game are actually getting upset with us because they don't like Carthage. Let's make sure they're always preoccupied in another war so they don't turn on us. These wars have been going on for a while. I'm really happy with those wars. I haven't had to pay for a new war in a long time. So we're more than halfway done the game, I'd say, at this point.
Is the following trade of interest to you?
We're doing quite well. I don't really have any major concerns at this point. Some countries are getting stronger than I'd like them to, but I don't think I'm in danger. I'll put it that way. So the next people, I gotta send them down to Tonga. Tonga just doesn't have as many tiles as it needs that are upgraded. Its population grew faster than I expected. Washington, how about you go fuck yourself when you're asking me for free things? I will trade you, but do not expect me to just give it to you. Suck my dick, Washington. Suck my dick. Alright, we have nothing for either of them to do. We really need our culture buildings badly. So let's get another opera house going. We have another one done in 1 turn, but we also want museums as well. Cocoa for cotton? Still good for that. And cocoa for cotton puffs. Oh, I'm too proud of myself for that one. Oh, I'm an asshole. Alright, there we go. And we can ignore all of this for now. We want to go into the ideology tree. So, universal suffrage. Specialists produce half the normal unhappiness. And Golden Age is the last 50% longer. I don't really care much about the Golden Age thing. New Deal also, landmarks and great people improvements. Normally I'd do that first because that gives us a ridiculous amount of science. However, the unhappiness, boom, because we were in unhappiness, and that's going to help substantially. So we're going to get fertilizer next, which is awesome. That's more food for us. And then I really want archaeology. Industrialization can wait a little bit. After all of that, we're going to work our way to railroad because that's very valuable, and then biology. Actually, you know what? Biology might want to come first because the food for hospitals. You know what? I don't need the extra growth yet. And then we'll work it out from there. Stock market, we need the money. We're starting to make a lot of money again because some of our old deals are starting to expire. I have no interest in participating in your war, but by all means declare your war. I want you to be at more wars.
The nation that destroys...
There we go. We're getting a lot more food in our country now. Let's double check the wars. You are no longer in a war, and I really want you to be in a war immediately. Washington's also not in a war. I don't care if Washington's in a war anymore because he's fucked. He can't win this game anymore. He's done so poorly. I want you to declare war on her. That, you're asking for nothing, man. Just do it. That is nothing at all. And he's my neighbor, so I really don't want him considering declaring war on me. GDP to Casimir ended, so we're once again our GDP has greatly increased. Yes, I have spares. By all means, I'll trade and get some more happiness out of it. And we have even more. Well, we're a few turns away from another great house. Great house. I don't even know what the fuck that means. I'm an idiot. From an opera house. I don't want to be too friendly with you, Casimir, because everyone hates you. Poland denounced the Shoshone. Will you declare war on the Shoshone, please? Because the Shoshone haven't been in a war in a long time, and I'm getting concerned. I mean, you border them. Just kill them. Wow! 2 gold to turn in open borders. That's all he takes. Okay, do it. Everyone is at war but Washington, and Washington is the guy who's doing the worst in the entire game right now. He's like the worst on almost everything. I am in a good place right now. Public school is done, so you can put a guy in there. You can also start working on a bank, I think. And I also want a guy in your public school. And a guy in your public school. I'll work with you, sure. I don't care what your reputation is. You're strong. Get over it, America. And we have another great scientist. I believe I will put him... Why not? In the middle of the desert. I don't need the food, so... There you go. More science. We're at 451 science a turn, which is incredible. We're also about to get archaeology, which is going to mean we are going to get a lot more culture, because we're going to have museums. Let's get that great work of music. And I doubt we have anything to do here. Yeah. All we have is this. Different eras and from civilization side of the city. Actually, you know what? We could have been doing that. I've neglected that a little. I'll switch for your medieval one. And I'll switch this medieval one for your industrial one. So that. And that. Boom. An extra 2 tourism per turn. It really doesn't matter, but every little bit helps, I guess. Another pagoda. And what can we purchase? Purchase great engineers. Do it whenever you have enough. We have not focused on our culture game at all. I want a stock market. Love playing as a peaceful trading nation in Civ. I don't know if I'd call me peaceful. I mean, I'm instigating a lot of wars. You're not asking for much for a research agreement. It's worth it. Let's do a farm there. Because it's fresh water anyway. And that tile is going to be worth a lot. We also almost have a stock market in Honolulu. That's going to make us a lot of money. Are you doing more on improved water? No? Good. I'm happy with all those tiles. It's high noon. I don't know why you said that, Metalizer. It's way past noon for me, at least. You're in Sweden, which means it's way past noon for you. I really want a tech that gets me another trade route soon, just so I can completely finish my trifecta of each city sending food caravan to each other city of mine. She's building the Sistine Chapel. Oh, and you stole architecture from me? I don't care. I'll let it slide. I don't give a shit. And to be it's high noon somewhere in the world? Don't know if that's true. Time zones are weird in some areas. It's not like time zones go minute by minute. They usually go hour by hour. However, in some places it goes half an hour by half an hour because, again, time zones are not a very standardized thing. Ooh, I really want that coal. It's only 3 coal, but that's another bargaining chip. In fact, 3 coal is all I need for what the hell just happened on my other monitor. Give me a second, folks. Let's quick save just in case of a crash.